The newest edition of Florida Weekly is out today, and along with all the fun things to do in our area, this week's issue takes a closer look at a deadly trend gripping the nation.
Unfortunately, we're seeing a rise in the opioid crisis, not only across the country, but also here in Southwest Florida.
Right. So the opioid epidemic is absolutely out of control. And when it comes to Southwest Florida, we're seeing increases double, triple, and quadruple in overdoses and deaths. How do we approach and help battle this problem? We get to the bottom of it with some experts in this week's Florida Weekly. We take a hard look at the statistics, the data, get to the bottom of how we got into this mess, but also who is doing something about it and what you can do to help those and those close to you to not be a part of this nasty, disastrous epidemic.
My apologies, I didn't give you a proper opening.
It's
this
okay.
is Eric Raddatz, presentation editor, if you don't watch the show regularly.
Well, thank you. Welcome. Glad to be here.
Yes. The business section, you're looking at what makes the Southwest Florida economy diverse.
And so when we think of Southwest Florida, we think obviously there's hospitality, retail, education, medical, healthcare, but we have an economic engine that's, while smaller, is quite diverse. For example, did you know we have companies that focus on defense contracts, advanced manufacturing, 3D printing, food production? You'll be pleasantly surprised as to what interesting and new businesses you maybe never heard of in our area featured in this week's business section.
And you may not know, but one of Eric's passions is film and indie films in particular, and you're talking about some of the film festivals too. The season is coming here.
We take a good look at there's a lot of film festivals in town, and this week I go from behind the scenes to in front of the camera as Fort Myers Film Festival is highlighted as bringing the buzz to the City and Byrne Davis Arts Center the first Monday of every month. So this Monday you can watch films in consideration for the 8th season of the Fort Myers Film Festival, and that's this Monday, August 7th. And we take a look at other film festivals. What are they doing leading up to their festivals? Our big event obviously is in March, and other festivals dates are in there, so you know how to get involved and to get involved with good film festivals in town.
When you talk, and sorry, if you talk about film festivals, is that where people can just go and they watch films? Is there discussion after, a review? How does that work?
Yes, and they really point to how the Fort Myers Film Festival does it a little bit uniquely in that we show a lot of short films in consideration for our final festival in March.
Okay.
We have judges that come out this week. We have Jason Parrish from Florida Repertory Theater, Mercedes Gutierrez, Tyler Shore, and Frankie Colt doing music, and they lead kind of the group in what becomes a discussion about were the films good enough to make the Fort Myers Film Festival, and we get a nice, honest reaction from a crowd. And that's what makes the Fort Myers Film Festival so cool, is that we're getting real people's results and reactions, not just the snooty connoisseurs of film. We want the real, and it gets very honest and brutal about a discussion as to what the film meant, and they get a different perspective from different points of references within the community. So it's a lot of fun.
We should say congratulations to Eric. He's obviously very busy with Florida Weekly, but you started the film festival 8 years ago and have really grown it to a much bigger event than it was originally. And it's a great time for people to go out and experience different films.
Thank you for that. And it's been nothing but a pleasure to be a part of this community that really supports independent film.
They get behind it.
They get behind it, and they like it, and they're enjoying it. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship, this film festival in our community.
Eric Raddatz, that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming in.